My name is Ruben. I'm living in Berlin. I'm also a board member of EUJS, and it's more or less the same story than Alessia's because my family is originally from Frankfurt, so I couldn't join my parents for the Seder and for whole Pesach. But in the end, I ended up doing very interesting and very emotional and cool Seder with some friends in Berlin, which was different. Then I know it was my family, but it was still very amazing and very heartwarming.
I also wanted to say before continuing, I feel like a point
Miki, we cannot hear you.
Whenever I tried matzah pizza. And it was really good, to be fair. So as well, we have more people joining, so please feel free to unmute yourself, just introduce yourself, where you're coming from, speak if you want to introduce and say what was the high point of Pesach or like a low point, please feel free. So, Jeremy, you want to continue?
Well, I will say, first off, kapara alecha. Second off, I will say a high point of my Pesach was actually my daughter. Our daughter is almost 2, and we did like a 15-minute Seder before Pesach started with her and her grandparents on Zoom, and that was really sweet. And also, we kept singing Mani Shana the entire 8 days of Pesach, and she started getting it towards the end, and she wasn't saying the words, but just like the tune, she was really getting it. And that was like really cool because, like, you know, you're supposed to teach your children to ask questions, and obviously she can't ask questions yet, but that was cool. The low point was like by the end of Pesach, I think between the combination of really only seeing each other and being a little stuffed up from the matzah, that Rebecca and I were pretty much ready to kill each other. But we didn't. We didn't. We're still here.
We're okay.
Yeah.
Kind of.
But well, before we continue, I heard like there is a special guest tonight who is its birthday, and I think there is no one better to introduce him than you, Jeremy. So,
So my father is here, who turns 72 years old tomorrow. So maybe everyone will just sing happy birthday, and then we'll jump in with some Torah. How does that sound?
amazing.
Happy birthday to
you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Neil. Happy birthday to you. Oh, wow, that was really cute. Okay, so we'll do.
Thanks, Mikey.
Thank you, Mikey. I probably would not have done it. So your dad, thank God that Mikey is here to make sure that I am a good son. First off, I want to say it's really nice to see, we've had like a 2-week break or so from Havdalah, and it's nice to see our old friends from EUJS again. I have like a very short Torah that I'll share, which is connected to this idea of Sfirat HaOmer, this counting that we're doing right now. So between Passover and Shavuot, on the second night of Passover, we start counting Sfirat HaOmer. We start counting the days of the Omer. We count 50 days, and we count up from the second day of Passover until we come to the next big holiday, Shavuot. And there's a machloket, a disagreement that happens amongst the Rishonim, the sages of the early Middle Ages. And there's an argument between a guy named Rabbeinu Tam, who is one of Rashi's grandchildren. Rabbeinu Tam was living in France, Germany around the early 12th century, and someone known as the Bahag, the Baal Halachot Gedolot, which literally means the author of the big laws. And we call him that because we actually don't know who wrote this very important book. So we're just like, yeah, and the guy who wrote that important book. So there's an argument between the Bahag and Rabbeinu Tam. And the argument is Sfirat HaOmer one big mitzvah, or is it 50 individual mitzvahs? Is it a mitzvah every single day to count Sfirat HaOmer, or is it a mitzvah to count all 50 days of Sfirat HaOmer? And it's actually a really interesting debate because according to Rabbeinu Tam, who says it's 50 separate mitzvahs, if you forget a day, it's no big deal. You can just count the next day. Okay, I forgot to count 3. No problem. The 4th day, I can still continue to count. But according to the Bahag, who says it's one big mitzvah, if you forget to count a day, you're out. You no longer have the power to continue counting Sfirat HaOmer. It is one big continuous mitzvah. And interestingly enough, I think intuitively we would think, oh, it's like Rabbeinu Tam, every day is its own mitzvah. But actually, the halacha, the Jewish law, follows the Bahag. It is one big mitzvah, which means we're supposed to count the totality of the experience, not every day. And the days are long. The days we're living right now are long. And it's really hard in the day sometimes to push through. But if we're able to zoom out for a second, if we're able to look at the totality of this experience, if we're able to realize, wow, we've been at this like almost 6 weeks already, then it becomes a little shorter. And we may not know where the end is, and we may not know exactly where it stops. But the interesting thing about Sfirat HaOmer is we don't count down, we count up. We're counting up. And when you count up, you don't necessarily know where it's going to end. But I guess my wish for all of you is as we continue to go through this experience, try to think back to the beginning of quarantine. Try to see all of this as one big experience. And try not to get so caught in the day-to-day of all of it. Because the day-to-day is a grind. The day-to-day is a killer. The day-to-day can slow us down. But the experience as a whole maybe can mean something. So what we'll do is I'll do the counting of the Omer now, and I'll say the blessing, the traditional blessing, and then I'll count the day of the Omer, and then we'll do Havdalah. So everyone should get their Havdalah stuff ready. So Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat haomer hayom 10 yamim shehem shavua achad v'shosha yamim la'omer. So today is the 10th day of the Omer, and we are just one more step in the totality of this crazy experience. And by Shavuot, may we be free to celebrate with one another. Amen, amen.
Amen, amen.
So I'll ask whoever is the host to unmute everybody now, because we're now going to do Havdalah, and the cacophony of voices will be music to all of our ears. So I encourage you, if you have your own candles, if you have your own Kiddush cups, if you have your own anything, whip them out, and let's make something beautiful. Okay, so we'll do Havdalah, which is 4 short blessings. It's one introductory prayer followed by 4 short blessings. The first blessing over the wine.
Papa, Havdalah oder nicht?
Sorry?
Havdalah oder nicht? Mir ist egal.
Okay. The second blessing is over the sweet-smelling spices. The third is over the beauty of the multi-wicked flame, and be sure to open up your fingers to let the light in. And the last blessing separates that which is holy from that which is normal. And may we strive to always bring a bit of the holiness into our normality. Hine el Yeshuati Eftach Elohecha Ki Azimcha Adonai Yehi li Shua Usha Sason Iman Yeshua Yeshua Kavlanu Elohei Yaakov Selah Adonai Tzvaot Ashrei Adam Boteach Adonai Oshia Melech Yareinu LaYehudim Haita Orav Vesimcha Vesason Deika Kenti Elam Os Yeshuot Esav B'Shem Adonai Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei merei morei morei Shet
Yamei
Shavua Tov.
Rebecca just mentioned she loves that crackling sound, and it is beautiful. You know, it's the one sound that almost comes out uniform throughout across the internet. Did you want to say something?
I just wanted to say thank you. It's really nice to be able to gather again this way, but still to see everyone and to gather a little bit of strength from this act of gathering itself. So thank you for continuing to come and to show up and to bring ritual into your own life. I think it gives us a sense of there is something regular that we can do, even if it's individual. So thank you, EUJS, again, for inviting the cooperation. It's always really good to see everyone. And yeah. That's it. So back to you, Mike.
And again, as well, thanks a lot to BaseBerlin, to Jeremy and Rebecca, and to all BaseBerlin community for making this possible. I think it's an amazing time every week to know that we will all join together to celebrate the end of Shabbat together. And it's like, even if we don't know each other in person yet, I feel like we're already creating this kind of virtual community that is gathering every Saturday night together. And before leaving, I want to give the word to Sami for one moment.
Yes, thank you, Mickey. I also want to thank you all, and Mickey just took my words that I feel like I know all of you already in person, although we only know online. Thank you very much again, and gute Woche to everyone. We just wanted to say one more time, stay home, stay safe. In case you're bored at home, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We have a lot of content, online content, web series, online web sessions, also in the next week, starting on Monday, if I'm not wrong. And on Tuesday, Yom HaShoah is coming up, so we have a lot of Yom HaShoah online ceremonies. But now, let's enjoy the new week. Let's welcome the new week, and gite Woche Shabbat. No, Shavua Tov to everyone.
Shavua Tov.
Shavua Tov.
Shavua Tov. תודה רבה.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Wow.